Well, welcome back. 2006 Nissan Altima 2.5 liter. Just looking at it for another issue, which will be another video, a different video. But I pulled the spark plugs, and 2 of the 4, the spark plug tubes, were full of oil right to the top. So normally, most cars, you can just replace the seals. You can't do that on this one. It's built into the valve cover. I'll show you. And here's a new cover. Seals right there, built right in. You can't replace them. You got to replace the whole cover. So I've got a new cover. Just going to do spark plugs and new valve cover for this because it's leaking into the spark plug tubes and 2 of the cylinders really bad. Should be pretty easy, I hope. Just wanted to show. I have these apart already, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like inside of this. Full of oil. That's been cleaned out once by me already. That one's full of oil. And the one over here, see if you can see that one. Nope. Over here, cleaned this one out once already. Full of oil. This one I cleaned out once. These were completely full, almost to the top when I initially took them off. And tube seals are bad. These 2 are dry. This one and this one were full of oil. So there is a loosening sequence and a tightening sequence for the pattern on this valve cover. I'm not worried about the loosening sequence because I'm not going to reuse the valve cover, and I will show you the loosening and the tightening sequence when we get to that. I'm just going to undo all 4 connectors for the injectors here, get them just out of the way. Might help if I turn the light on, maybe you can see better. Hope that's a little better. Get another light here. Maybe. 10 millimeter for most of this. We're going to have a couple hoses to undo. We may have to unbolt this to clear the couple of push pins, one here. We'll just go through and start doing it. Let's grab the hose first here. One back in here too. I'm going to repair needle nose to get them. Push that back out of the way. I think that's only 2 hoses that I can see. I believe that's it. I'll get them off. Let's undo these 4 injectors. I know this one's going to be a little messy. You see how much oil, hopefully you can see how much oil is full. I cleaned it out once already, but it's leaking pretty good. I'm going to have to clean that out before I pull the plug. We'll just lay them up here. These 2 middle ones dry. This one I've cleaned out once already. It's not quite as bad, but it was full. Lay them up there. Yep, 5/8. See how much oil's in there. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. Okay. Let's undo these hoses. That's one. And one in the back here, right here. A little hard to see, but it's there. Okay. I want to break it. I may have to unbolt this harness and just get it out of the way. Let me unbolt that. One little push pin over here, kind of high. I'm going to squeeze that and get that out of there. broke right off. I don't even touch it. Let's see if there's anything. Yeah, so that's enough to give me clearance to get into this hose here. That's really all I wanted. See if I can get this loose here. Not breaking anything. I really don't want to break anything. Let's see. There it goes. Okay, I think it's the only two hoses that I can see. I'm probably going to disconnect this over here as well, this electrical connector. Or maybe I'll just undo it up here. Move it over out of the way. Probably easier to undo that. Let's clip that off. Get a new one there later. It'll give me enough clearance, I think, to get that out of there. Alright. Alright. Should be it. You done this, Danny? Should be it. That's it. Valve cover off. We'll clean the top of this really well. Dry it off. Clean the gasket material, surface up. You need to put a little bit of RTV in these corners here. There's a hump right here in the front corner on either side. We put some RTV in there. I'm going to scrape this old stuff off. It's got a bunch in there. Doesn't need that much. And put a little bit of RTV in there where these two surfaces meet. I'll show that a little bit more. Right now I'm just getting most of the oil off of it. I'm going to go around with brake clean, clean it out, get a new cover on there. Chemical 1001 uses. Get a nice clean rag here. Get this clean. Mating surface has to be clean. You don't want it to leak. Okay, here's the loosening sequence that I didn't care about because valve cover's not going back on. There's the loosening sequence. And here's the tightening sequence and the torque. 2 passes. First pass 9 to 26 inch-pounds. That's kind of over here. Second pass 65 to 82 inch-pounds. So that's your sequence. Now I can move you to the other side now. So that's right in that seam there, right in that corner. That's where we want to put silicone, right in those corners. Okay, right in this corner. There. So here's the new valve cover with the gasket already on it. They're going to weasel it into place here, making sure our gasket stays put. You don't want to mess that up. Okay, good. Now we're just going to follow our sequence and get my torque wrench for this. Get these all started again. yeah, just oil cap. Put that from the old cover back on. Reattach the hoses. Here's your part number. Hopefully you can read that. Focus. There it is. So before you put them in there, I almost forgot, it's been torqued down now. You want to check, look back down in and check your seals. Make sure your seals are seated correctly around the tube, that they look okay. These actually look pretty good. Looks good. It's seated well. Looks fine. They all look nice and tight and around. They're not overlapping the top of the tube. Let me take the camera. I'll just show you what they look like. Easier to show you than to try to tell you. So, flip this around here. Hopefully you can see the seal that's down in there. It sits right around that tube. Just want to make sure it's seated around the tube correctly. That's all I wanted to do. I'm going to leave this one out for now, because that's the one that was full of oil. I couldn't get all the oil out. I can put the other three in, and I'm going to crank it over and let it push some of that oil out of the cylinder. It's not a ton, but it's enough that I want to get it out of the cylinder. Okay. Put our, clean this one really good because it had oil on it as well. Just kind of cleaning it off. Make sure the oil's out of it. Pull it apart. Clean it. Doesn't look like there was oil inside of it, but it was all over outside of it. Okay. That one I'm not going to put in yet. What I'm going to do is just put a rag over that. It's probably going to blow it off of there, so it doesn't blow it all over the place. When it comes on, just going to crank it. It'll probably start for a second, and then I'll shut it off. Actually, it won't if I don't plug them in. I don't plug the injectors in. I'm not going to. Probably going to throw a coat. I'll probably declare a coat after this. Let me. It'll help if I tighten them up too. Let me connect them up and then tighten them up. Alright, that should be enough. Just blow that stuff out of any low residual oil. Blow it out of there. Get it out of the cylinder. And it did. See the top of the piston, and I can see the top of the piston instead of a coating of oil, like a lake of oil sitting on top of it. So now we can put the plug in. Okay. My coil and plug back in there. Hook that back up. All right. Well, that's it. Pretty easy to do. Unfortunately, for this car, you can't replace the seals. As I mentioned before, you have to do the whole valve cover. Be careful of this hose. I'm not going to run this right now because I'm going to pull that apart and take a look and see if it just popped out or it broke. I can't tell. If it broke, I'm going to have to get it apart and fix that. It's really a lot thinner than I expected it to be, but it is what it is. I'll place these cable ties here as well and push in. And that's it. Pretty easy job. If you get oil in these tubes, you've got to replace the valve cover. If you have this problem, I hope it helps you out. If you like the videos, subscribe below. Thanks for watching.